Hello everyone. Welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV. Last time we heard all three of the cities spout something about how they were the strongest and the best, and it was them who brought the end of the calamity. All of which we know to be absolute bullocks. It was the Warriors of Light who saved everybody, but none of them apparently are willing to acknowledge that. So we have a choice. We can work with the Gridanians, we can work with the Ul'dahs, or we can work with the Limsa Leminsons. And I believe I mentioned at the start, my main character is Ul'dah, is part of the Immortal Flames, and therefore what I would like to do is do something different from that. Thus, we will not be picking Ul'dah. So, who will we be picking? Who is the one that will be our grand company? I take the Elder Seed-Seer's words have touched your heart. Resolve to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adder? You have chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seed-Seer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to our headquarters in Gridania, the Adder's Nest. The company you keep will get 3 honey yellow dye. Woo! Such a great reward for joining the Twin Adders. Goodness, sorry. Building you seek stands in the southern part of the city, now called New Gridania. Give your name to the personnel officer there. He will guide you through the formalities. No doubt, but your deeds will bring great honor to our order. Next we meet in Gridania. She'll be proud to call you sister. The company you keep, Twin Adder. So, what you pick does absolutely nothing for the actual story. It only changes which of the cities you are going to be, helping out, more or less. And there's a lot that you get for being in a grand company. It's not going to seem like it at first, because I'm going to join and we're going to be at the lowest rank, and it's going to be like, there's nothing here. But by the time we get to, level 50, we'll have, a bunch of really cool stuff. I'm glad that quest gave me enough money to be able to teleport to Gridania, because I forgot to set my home point here. And now that my grand company is going to be here, it's actually going to be a really good idea to set our home point here and basically keep it here, more or less, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and set home point here, and now let us head over this way to where the Order of the Twin Adder is, which is right here. Woo! Serpent Personnel Officer. You are come to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the Elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. My name is Kazumi. I believe you're expecting me? I do like that second one, though. I have come to enlist if you will have me. Ah, the great adventurer herself. Yes, our recruitment officer sent word that you were on your way. It's a pleasure and an honor both to welcome you to our ranks, friend. Now, let me gather together the relevant documentation. Sir! What is it? Report. An urgent message from Amarisai's Spire, sir. A Highwind Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines were crippled, sir, and was forced to make an emergency landing southeast of Nine Ivies. Nine Ivies? Gods, this could not have come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield dealing with the Ixal. Kazumi, I know full well you have yet to be formally introduced into our ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians. If the reports are accurate, it will come down dangerously close to Garlean-occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southeast of Nine Ivies, locate the airship, and ascertain the status of the passengers. Sure. I think you get this quest no matter what, but that this quest is different depending on where you picked as your, like, your grand company. So, Hawthorne Hut. Cool. Only 188 gil. So we can teleport over there without too much issue. Also, I definitely saw somebody with the name Lemon Zest just now. And I'm hoping that's an MLP reference. Because that's the name of one of the characters in the Equestria Girls movies, is Lemon Zest. And if that is a reference, then that makes me, like, super happy. So. But also, it's, like, I have a weird thing where, like, I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, right? And I get very annoyed when I look around and I see people playing Thancred or Y'shtola, or it's like, why? You know? It's like, it's one thing to, you know, create your character off of some piece of media you enjoy or whatever. It's another thing to, like, be making your character like a character from, you know, the game you're currently playing. You know? Oh, I'm playing Thancred. Who meets Thancred? No, it's not the first time I've seen somebody playing a Thancred in Ul'dah, you know? In fact, I'm sure that a lot of the Thancreds pick Ul'dah, and then I go, why? It makes no sense. I mean, if you want to, all power to you, I guess, but it's just like, really? You know? Yeah, it's these guys. I thought it was. I love these guys. Oh. Crap. Oh, okay. That was close. Adventurer, what are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. I love these guys. It's been so long since I did this quest line. Over a year. Yeah, there's Nest sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. I'm not a spy, trust me. Oh, there they are. The others. Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You're an engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. And you are Kazumi, I presume. I was told to expect an honorary serpent. But thanks for your aid, friend. There are several of them over there. There's the airship. There are many Garleans. Never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? Secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. Uh-oh. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Imperial scouts from Orleans. They mean to requisition the ship. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we've built since Calamity. First since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight, and she was soaring, she really was. So those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Attend me all. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garland's hands. We shall strike them, swift and sure, and rescue Engineer Wedge. Kazumi, I trust we can rely on your support. Yeah. May the matron watch over us. With me! An ambush! To arms! Alright. Let's take these guys out. Also, I'm actually going to have to look at my bars on my main character and, like, write out what the bars are set to and copy them over, because I don't remember what they are at all. And it would be a very good idea to get my bars on here to be the same as there. That way I'm not, hitting a button thinking I'm using one ability, but I'm using a different because different character. Averages, you cannot stand against the might of the Empire. It's gone on long enough. Annihilate these barbarians. Teach them the futility of resistance. It's a Magitech Vanguard. I think this is our first time, actually encountering, one of the full-on Magitech, weaponry. And if you thought, oh, that's a Gundam, basically. I mean, that's basically what it looks like to me. Granted, I don't know much about the Gundam series, but big robot. So I guess Gundams were massive, right? Because somebody was piloting it, and then it's the size of a building or something. I would put this more Macross size. Robotech, if you're in America, which I'm sure most of my watchers are. But yeah. The Macross series was always one of my favorites when I was a kid. Specifically the original, like, series itself. I don't know if I ever watched anything after that that was part of Macross, so Biggs! Wedge! Should have stayed with the ship. No, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. Yes, their names are in fact Biggs and Wedge. This is a Star Wars reference. That was a close one. Too damn close. So, how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss. I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. While you do your work, we should keep a watch over the perimeter. The enemy might yet be lurking nearby. As for you, Kazumi, you've done more than your part today. Bid you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there will be no further interruptions. Next we meet, let it be as fellow serpents of the Order. I just wanted to say sorry, calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though. If it hadn't been for you and the Twin Adder lads here, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Yeah. Wedge? Thank you. We're very grateful. In all of the gameplay that I've done, they haven't had, like, official voices, which is unfortunate. So I'm hoping that those are good voices for them. And right over there, you can see Castrum Orleans. You never visit that place. At least not in any of the stuff that I've done. So it's there, but it's just kind of, it's there, but that's about it. Like, it's there, It's not like, oh yeah, that's Castrum Orleans. It's like, oh yeah, right, there's that place there, isn't there? Because it's never important, never becomes a thing. Never, you never do anything with it. Kazumi, it does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but moments ago from the team at Nine Ivies. Lest you worry, the two engineers are safely on their way. The lieutenant informed me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did, and helped us to rout the Garleans, things might have been very different. And all this before you were even inducted into the Order. You are well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the Twin Adder standard. Without further ado, let us see to your induction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruptions. Yay! Woods will be done. The personnel officer stands ready to complete your induction into the ranks. Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. Ahem. The Order of the Twin Adders, the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation, that it might stand strong in times of direst adversity, when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire, and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Seed Seer Kanasina is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the Twelveswood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one with friends from afar to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In doing so, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Kazumi Arata, I ask that you give us your oath of allegiance, in whatever fashion you see fit. Woods will be done. I shall strike down our enemies and drink of their blood. My life for the Elder Seed Seer. The Elder Seed Seer is a kind and gentle soul, who holds the welfare of her people above all else. Your faith in her is well placed. By the power vested in me, I assign you the rank of Serpent Private 3rd Class. You are now a woman of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Arata, and do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood and honor to our name. Yay! And we get the salute, I believe. So I believe we get the serpent salute, or whatever it'll be called. So, can you hear me, Kazumi? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with the news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Arata. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a serpent of Gridania, you are no less a scion. Pray, return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. The distant call of a friend in need, perhaps? As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with High Serpent Commander Vorsail Heloi before you depart. He may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead. Oh, wow, I don't even know if I pronounced that right. Probably did not. Quest accepted! We now accept the quest My Little Chocobo, Twin Adder, by speaking with Vorsail. This quest must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for A Realm Reborn. Yay! Finally! Order the Twin Adder! Serpent Private 3rd Class. Achievement unlocked, Snake Bitten. Delivery missions unlocked! Yay! So many things just became unlocked. So many things I can now do. It'll be nice. So this is another thing I can now do to get, like, big experience, too. Look at this. 61,000 experience for giving them a single Iron Guisarm. Like, it's nice. I can also level up the others here with Copper Ore, or Sticky Rice, or Princess Trouts. I can also do expert deliveries, although it does not appear as though I have any items in which I can turn in yet, which is a little surprising. I would have figured I would have gotten some loot. Yeah, because I have, like, the Plundered Knuckles. So I'm kind of surprised that maybe I can't do expert delivery yet. Oh, yeah. Sergeant 2nd Class. Oh, I see. I can't do that yet. Expert delivery allows you to basically sell them your green, blue, etc. items. And you get seals from them. And those seals are used with the Quartermaster here to buy cool stuff. So I need to get 1,060 seals, and I can get the Serpent Private's Sword, which, I mean, it doesn't really look like much, to be honest. But it is like the best level 22 sword that I can get right now. So, for my current level, that, like, this stuff is the best that you can get. You know, at least the servant private stuff. There's like the Spatha and stuff like that are serpent corporal. And then beyond that, then you get into things like serpent sergeant, in which case now you're able to buy like level 40 stuff. And then all the way up here to serpent lieutenant, and finally captain, where you can get the level 50 gear. Now this stuff does only go up to level 50, which is fine. But you can actually get a lot of really good stuff from here. In fact, one thing that you can buy is glamour prisms. Woo! But that requires us to reach the rank of Chief Serpent Sergeant. The highest rank in this area. It's going to be a while before we can do that. So, let's get Chocobo. Versailles believes it past time you are issued a personal chocobo. Ah, Private Arata, I understand you've been working tirelessly in Gridania's name. You are truly an example to your fellow serpents. Tell me, have you felt as though you couldn't get to your destination quickly enough? Then perhaps you could do with a swifter pair of legs. If so, you might consider getting a personal chocobo. You've yet to be issued your own bird, am I correct? Given your considerable talents, you should be able to obtain one in no time at all. Let me tell you how to go about it. First, you must obtain a Serpent Chocobo issuance by exchanging company seals with the quartermaster. Once you have this deed, present it to our man, Singer, and he will furnish you with a suitable bird. Alright, so I have to get a thing from him? I don't remember this at all. I don't know what... Maybe it's not even like a thing that you can buy in here. Which makes sense, because, you know, you only need to buy it once. So, present a Serpent Chocobo issuance. Which I have to give that to this person. I do get 300 seals here, but I don't actually know. By exchanging company seals with the Serpent Quartermaster. Here's hope you've been setting aside your seals. So yeah, I talked to him and... Oh, here it is. Serpent Chocobo issuance. Right there. Okay. Got it. Yep. So I just gotta get 200 seals, which is easy enough to do. Because if I go to Vesper Bay... this next quest will straight up give me enough seals. And then I can come back here and we can get our Chocobo at long last. Yay! Finally have a mount and can get around. Hip hip hooray! So I am probably gonna do some dungeons. Especially now that we have this, because this is what we'll normally get, but we'll get bonuses if we do the Adventurer in Need, which is Healer. The issue with that is, obviously, our only healer right now is Conjurer, which is already, you know, level 22 or whatever. So I won't be able to do that. But if I queue into Sorry, my throat has gone dry from all the talking. If I queue into one of these dungeons as, say, Arcanist or Rogue, which actually, am I going to need to get? Because it's level 16. So, I think I need to get Arcanist up one more level. Yeah. If I want to do that, I gotta get Arcanist up one more level. But that's fine. We go Conjure right now. Cause experience! I'm back, Kazumi. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Yay, 300. 300 seals. Welcome back. Seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. Excuse me. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Kazumi. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tatero, please show them in. Okay. This way, sirs. Hi, Biggs and Wedge. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Wedge at your service. I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow even more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we need the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Yay! Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given the chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Quest complete. 300 serpent seals. Woo! And Philly needs you to investigate the sylphs. Self-management.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you.
Oh God, I forgot. I forgot that was her voice. Wow. Sorry, the Japanese voice actress is so much nicer.
Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis, if you would.
And this is actually when I heard their voices the first time.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like Gisselcreens, floating
Gissel?
ones that worship the primal Ramu.
Gissel. I've always said Geisel. Gissel.
Though technically a beast tribe, sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained, until such time as we know It would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
Indeed.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ul'dah and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfulia?
Indeed. You are willing?
I knew that was Thancred's voice, but holy crap, the Japanese is so much better.
Leave it to me.
All of the Japanese voices are better,
Us,
honestly.
Ul'dah, us!
First off, I don't know what it is about Japanese voice actors, but everything I have ever seen where I have the ability to compare, like, this line from Japan, a Japanese voice, and this line from an English voice. The Japanese voice is just always better. And I don't just mean like, oh, that was a little better. I mean like tremendously better every time. And it's a little ridiculous. Like, I don't know what it is about Japanese voices or voice actors or maybe the language. I don't know what it is, But whatever it is, you can just always, like, sense the emotion and the, drive and, they're always better at getting the proper emotion out, getting the sound that you want out, that kind of thing. So it's just always, every time. At least from what I've seen. So, far too little of the sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the scions once more if we are to... beg pardons. It is a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. Tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? First off, I'm part of your company, but also, I'm here to help. Because I'm one of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. Well, this isn't Private Errata reporting for duty. This is the all I like to see from an enterprising young serpent. Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Yeah, Ul'dah and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quested the name of the scions of late. Quite so, Commander. The little bird told us that the twin adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the sylphs, curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder seeds here. There's no desire to see our peoples embroiled in yet another fruitless war. Twin adders of the same mind, and 'tis preciously for this reason that the sylph's relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramu or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, and I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. Okay. Sylphs of Lil Solus remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Lil Solus, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver, indeed. Perhaps this will be as straightforward as you say, Pepalimo. You do. Quest accepted. But before that, before we go doing that quest, let's pop into here and buy our Serpent Chocobo issuance. And run that over this way. Because I see that the quest is over in this direction. Right here, in fact. I really didn't need to hit the run button for that. Oh well. Want a bird issued, you say? Then I'll need to see your Serpent Chocobo issuance. Here you go. Chocobo! Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your Chocobo. Don't ask what this weird mask is. I know it's supposed to be a Chocobo, but like, why do they all wear it? And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you'll want to give your noble steed a name. Queer! Alright. Oh. Hang on. Speak with Mitani. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Name your Chocobo. Queer! Oh. Interesting. So, on my main character, my Chocobo's name is Guar. I've never remembered why it was named Guar. And I was like, I kind of wish I could change that. Now that this has popped up, though, I remember why his name is Guar. It's a reference to Quest for Glory 2, where your Chocobo is named Guar. Wow, I completely forgot that you actually do get to name the Chocobo yourself. That is great. I completely forgot about that. I had completely forgotten about that. That's great. That's great. Give me just a moment. Alright, I had to take a moment to think up a name, because I'm not good at coming up with names, like, right away. But we're gonna go with Melita. Whee! We have named our Chocobo. I dare say he likes his name. Here is your very own Chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it and your featured friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your Chocobo's rider's license, as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. Wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Yay! My little Chocobo. So I'm going to go ahead and use it now. Because that's not how it works anymore. So it used to be that you had to carry the whistle and use the whistle from your inventory. But now you have the mount guide. Just similar to how you have the minion guide. I assume that the minions did the same thing. But originally you held on to the Chocobo whistle and you used it whenever. But now you don't have to do that. So instead, what we can do is head off to this other area of Gridania. Because I thought that I would have to leave the city so that I could pull out the Chocobo. But nope. I have to go further into the city, actually. So I'm going to do that. That said, I hope you have all enjoyed, because this seems like a good spot to end the episode at. If you did, feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any episode you missed. Also, feel free to check the link down below in the video description to my Patreon. It really does help out the channel. But with that, I will see you all next time. Did I not get the... Here it is. Serpent Salute! Yay! GC Salute. Nice. So yeah, I'll see you all next time. See you later.